Children, heads off with my sword. Holy power, one west, one west, one west, one west, one west till they bury me. Gonna find Christ, y'all clap it up. Hey, Shalom. This is the Israelite School and Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York. Under Commander Junior YAHANNA. This is Priest and Officer Habana, and this is the I.S.U.P.K Houston Wednesday Law class. All right. So you already know. You understand. Last week, we covered so-called Christmas. You understand? Y'all. Christians went from Christians went from celebrating so-called Christmas last week to worshiping Nimrod. You understand? To celebrating so-called New Year's this week and worshiping Janus. So they went from worshiping Nimrod to worshiping Janus. You understand? A lot of people don't know the history of Janus. Who in the room can tell me anything about Janus? You know anything about Janus? Go ahead.
Is that like a Greek god or something that
Right.
supposed to be like the month of January?
Right, kind. You know understand? So it's like people don't understand. Christians don't understand. When I say Christians, I'm putting anybody that's not. You understand? If you're not in this truth, you fall under the category of Christian. Why? Because uh you still live in the ways of how a Christian would live. What I mean by that is Christians in the Bible, when the word Christians came about in the Bible, it wasn't something that those who actually followed Christ was calling themselves. Christians was something that they were being called. So when we say Christian, a true follower of Christ will be in this truth. You being the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Junior YAHANNA, so we don't have to necessarily call ourselves Christian. I wouldn't call, we don't have to say Christians because we know we're following Christ because we're doing what the Bible say. We're doing what Christ said and we following after that. So you be in the truth. Christ himself said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So if you were a true Christian, you'd be in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Junior YAHANNA. period. So therefore, why we say Christian? Because a lot of people get that confused. Like, why they saying Christians like they don't follow Christ? Yeah, we follow Christ, so we don't have to call ourselves Christian. We calling you a Christian because you don't really follow Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. You really not a follower of Christ. Just like we say you say we in a cult, we say we in a cult. All right, yeah, I'm a cult leader. You understand? It's to make a mockery of those who think that they follow this truth and really don't. All right, so Christians, they don't understand the history behind these certain so-called white man pagan holidays, so-called, uh, celebratory days. They don't know the history behind it. Now, while today I'm not gonna actually go into the history of Janus, but just know that Janus is, like the brother said, you understand, there's a Greek history behind it, and it's not our culture. New Year's is not our culture. That's what all this celebrate. Matter of fact, the New Year's is not even in January. If you want to be, what I'm saying, exact, going by, our culture and what we understand to be the New Year. A New Year doesn't signify the dead of winter. Okay, how can the dead of winter does not signify a new year. Everything is dead. All the crops are dead. It's snowy. It's cold. You know what I mean? Nobody really want to be outside. Who really enjoys I mean, the cold is better than the hot, but you understand what I mean? Like, it's not. This is like considered, how can I put it, gloomy weather, especially like if it rain and you know what I mean. It's like cold, it's rain, it's snowy. Yeah, it may be fun to go, play in the snow or something, but it's not fun for the crops. If you're a farmer, the winter is not your friend. You get the point, right? Everything is dead, nothing is growing, nothing is sprouting up. But guess when are things sprouting up? When are things growing? I'm asking. Go ahead.
Springtime.
In the spring. So that would I mean, practical knowledge would be okay when everything starts to grow back, everything looks all pretty outside, the way the sun is shining over the horizon, and it's not gloomy, it's just, the weather is just perfect, it's perfect for growing stuff and making things fruitful. That would kind of signify a new year, right? New year, think about it. New fruits, new plants growing, everything is new. Like everything is sprouting up. You know what I'm saying? Not when it's all dead and stuff. So, that would actually be more accurate in terms of, in practical knowledge, you know. And of course, we follow what the scriptures say and how that works. So um January is not the New Year's, but it is the New Year for you Christians. So that's what we're gonna touch on that. Before I actually go into my topic today. So the topic I want to go over is I've already went over it before, but it's very important. You know what I'm saying? That we understand our true culture and our true heritage and the way we celebrate, the way we you understand the way we live, the way we supposed to live. Put it that way. The way we live in times past, according to these scriptures. We didn't celebrate no birthdays. You understand? Were birthdays ever mentioned in the Bible? Con. It was birthdays were mentioned in the Bible. Were birthdays something that is mentioned in the Bible as us celebrating them? La. When I say us, I'm talking about Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. I'm talking about Israelites. You understand? Because it don't matter who else. I don't care what anybody else do. I don't care what the heathens do. If you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you can celebrate Christmas and New Year's and Janus and Nimrod and all of that. I don't care. You understand? I wouldn't even want to the fact that you out here, like, I wouldn't want to celebrate no Rod, let alone Nimrod. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you out here, you know what I'm saying? That's some homosexual. It sound homosexual. Nimrod. I don't want to celebrate no Rod. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that just don't even make sense to me. You out here worshiping Nimrod. Like, come on, man. You understand? Like, that we got to get it together, man. And I say it in a joking manner, but it's very serious. How we have to understand that when Christ return, Christ is gonna want, like, the scriptures when they talk about praying for, when we give the Lord's prayer, it says for thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. So we are preparing for the kingdom to come here on earth. We are preparing Christ's kingdom here so he can reign over on earth. You understand? He's the king. Now, just like any king, he's not gonna be happy when his kingdom is not in order. You understand? Right now, Christ is not satisfied at how we are as a people, as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Christ didn't die for us to be out here celebrating everything under the sun except for what we're supposed to be celebrating. You want to celebrate Easter, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, all this crap that wasn't even, you wouldn't even celebrating this, what, just, I want to say maybe, what, when was slavery so-called abolished? 18 what? 1860, 1870, somewhere around that time. So what we talking maybe a couple hundred years, you know what I'm saying? Like just 250 years ago, you was getting your back beat during all of these little so-called days. But guess what? These days were being celebrated. Even then, they have a history that goes far beyond you not being chained to your brother on a post somewhere getting your back whipped. You understand what I'm saying? Like this stuff goes back further than that. They've been celebrating. It goes so far that it was in the Bible. You understand? Like this was in like our forefathers had to deal with things that we're dealing with. Like the Bible says there's no new thing under the sun. And it's true. Were the heathens celebrating birthdays back then? Yes, they were. So if the heathens were doing it and we wasn't doing it, you understand what I'm saying? Guess what? We shouldn't. If the heathens do it now, we still shouldn't be doing it. You get the point, right? Everybody understand? All right. So before I do go into my topic of birthdays, I want to let's touch on so-called Christmas. So-called Christmas was last week. All right, so we want to pull. I want to show the true Christmas spirit. I want to show the true the aftermath. You understand of celebrating so-called Christmas. So I'm gonna have Officer Ron pull me up some articles or article or whatever. Give me not don't give me the one that correlates with the birthdays. Give me the one that just some. Do you have anything outside of the one with birthdays? Okay, yeah, pull me that. We'll save the one for birthdays. We'll save that for birthdays.
Topic is ex-boyfriend walks into woman's birthday party on Salaki. Well, birthday party on Christmas Eve. They
Most
pack
High in Christ, Shalom, Shukatah. Most High in Christ, man. Hey, make sure y'all get him a chair, man. Damn right. Good to have you, man. Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
the fatally shoots her. The source is the Houston Chronicle.
So start from the beginning. My bad. Start over.
Uh, Ex-boyfriend walks into woman's birthday
So
party
okay,
on
so
Christmas Eve.
like if I could state the source first. So that's what we'll do. We'll state the source, then go into the title, and then we'll talk about the article.
Con. This is from the Houston Chronicle.
Okay.
Ex-boyfriend walks into woman's birthday party on Christmas Eve.
Mm,
Fatally shoots her.
mm. So this is the title. So ex-boyfriend walks into, like, I'm just trying to get it straight. The ex-boyfriend walks into his ex-girlfriend's. Okay, right. Okay, so that's the article I didn't want to pull yet because it's still relating to the birthday. Do you have any other? Cause we're gonna pull that out. We're gonna pull that out later on because that's like you killing two birds with one stone on that one. You understand? That's a dagger. So I want to save that one for later on for birthdays. But do you have something for just Christmas? Go ahead. No sweat. So while he's pulling that article about Christmas, y'all have to understand something about Christmas. Christmas is not the spirit. The Christmas spirit is not the spirit of giving. Christmas spirit is not the spirit of loving. Christmas spirit is not the spirit of happiness. It's not the spirit of, oh, well, I just want to make my kids happy. I just want to make my family happy. I want to get together and we can hang out and drink some eggnog and sit around singing Christmas carols. That's not the true spirit of Christmas. The true spirit of Christmas is a spirit of death. It's the spirit of murder. It's the spirit of evilness, wickedness, jealousy, envy, hate, all these things that's against the Most High. That's the true spirit of Christmas, because the Lord does not, He doesn't, smell in these solemn assemblies. He's not in the midst. When you sitting around your house and y'all drinking and y'all having fun and doing whatever y'all doing for so-called Christmas, the Lord is nowhere near that. When you gotta leave that place and go drive home, the Lord is not with you. You just celebrated the Lord. Uh what does the Lord say about worshiping other gods? What does he say? You can paraphrase it. Make sure you raise your hand. Go ahead. He's a jealous. He said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." You understand? Don't make any graven images. Don't worship none of that. I am a jealous God, right? So if he telling you I'm a jealous God, just imagine you as a person, right? Some of us are jealous. Some of us are jealous over. We wouldn't. You don't want nobody just talking to your girl or whatever, right? You just got you feel some type of way. Some people die. I've seen people die over box. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's a true. That jealous spirit is serious, right? So if that spirit is serious just on you, if the Most High say I'm a jealous God, how you think he gonna feel about you worshiping a whole nother God? You understand? For a whole day, you got your kids work. Like think about that for a second. Kids are innocent; they don't know nothing, right? You have to teach them everything. You got your kids worshiping a whole nother God. You understand? The Most High is extremely angered at that. So, with that being said, the Lord ain't with you when you got to drive home. When you go to that Christmas party and you got to get home, you done drunk all the eggnog in the world, got it mixed up with whatever you want to mix it with. You understand? They got the eggnog sitting there with the liquor, whatever liquor you want. You just mixing it up with whatever you drinking it. The Lord ain't with you when you got to go home. So guess what? Now you driving. All of a sudden it's a big old major accident on 288. That's a big old major accident on 45 or 59 or something, whatever, you know, and it's you because you decided to go celebrate something that was going to anger the Lord. And therefore, you pay the price. You understand what I'm saying? And um that's the only result that's going to stem from you doing what the Most High don't want you to do. It's going to be punishment. It's going to be death. It's going to be destruction to you. It's going to be destruction to your family. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it's going to be. So the true spirit of Christmas is the spirit of death. So I'm gonna have Officer Ron read me an article. We're gonna save the other article. We're gonna pull out the article, this article that he got right now.
Khan. This is from Fox News, Channel 26.
Mm-hmm.
Woman charged for shooting 10-month-old baby in face on Christmas Eve. Deputies say.
Good night. I mean, like just hear that. What could be more evil and wicked than that? I mean, think about it. This is just one story. This is just one story that made the news. That's not counting the hundreds of thousands or millions of stories around the world that didn't happen on this day. You understand? That's the true spirit of Christmas. Read the title one more time so people can really understand and grasp how this whole Christmas spirit stuff works.
Khan. Woman charged for shooting 10-month-old baby in face on Christmas Eve.
Woman charged with shooting 10-month-old baby. The baby didn't even make 1 year old yet. Shoots the baby in the face. Read the article.
Khan. An Alabama woman is facing serious charges after deputies say she opened fire into a car and hit a baby in the face on Christmas Eve.
You understand? That's the true spirit of Christmas. That's a monster demon right there. That's the true spirit of Christmas. Where this woman opened fire in a car, shooting a baby in the face. That's the result of this whole Christmas spirit that you think is all about giving and all about. Nobody understands the aftermath. Nobody looks at oh, what happened. Oh, like everybody thinks about that night and that night only, and then they move on the next day. But on the next day, you got the news flooded. Oh, news reporters. Oh, they getting raises and promotions on that day. because they got so much to report on. Hell, that's they overtime. They getting 18 hours time and a half because they got nothing but stuff to report on. They love that more than the weather. You know how they be out in the hurricanes and stuff. They be like, it's a strong current. Yeah, they be out there, but they like reporting on this stuff right here. This is what get them their bread. These holidays. Oh man, they make a killing. You understand? Because first of all, the white man gonna pay you time and a half, and all this stuff to report on is coming. It be dry. Throughout the year and stuff. That's why they gotta make up stuff. They gotta make false reports about the I.S.U.P.K and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? In order to be relevant. You understand? It be dry. But then when Christmas roll around and New Year's and Thanksgiving roll around, oh man, you understand? They finna have a field day. So with this story, they done made a killing. They done got their whole Christmas bonus. You understand what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Colonel McCunn. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office arrested Tamika Starworth.
Mm.
According to Fox 10, Starworth shot into a vehicle on County Road 42, which is northeast of Monroeville.
Mm-hmm.
The sheriff said one of the bullets struck 10-month-old Jemiah Austin in the face.
Good night.
The baby was taken to a hospital in Mobile where she died.
Oh man. So not only did it shoot did this woman shoot in the car and shoot the baby in the face. The baby didn't even get to see 1 years old. The baby was killed. What was one of the things I said was the Christmas spirit? What was one of the things I named? Violence, but what's the result of violence? Go ahead. Death, right? You understand? What happened to that baby? Read it again.
Colonel
Now keep in mind, oh, this is about the kids, right? This is for the kids. What happened to this kid?
The sheriff said one of the bullets struck 10-month-old Jemiah Austin in the face.
10-month-old Jemiah Austin, man. Lord be with that family. You understand? Lord be with that. May she rise again. But this is a result of the evilness and wickedness in the spirit on this woman, you understand, during this time, during these days. That's just now I'm not saying things don't go on throughout the year. You understand? People die every day. But it's just something about when it comes down to these feast days, it's just that spirit it's a whole different, it's on a whole nother level. You understand? Is there some more on that? That's,
It says that Starworth is facing a murder charge.
mm.
She is being held on a $750,000 bond.
And now look, now the baby losing their life, you know what I'm saying? And this woman pretty much her life is pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it for her. You killed, you at the least you're gonna get what? Uh 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 I mean, you shooting in a car like that, you definitely getting charged with murder. Like you had no business, you know what I'm saying? Reckless and danger, all types of charges, reckless endangerment, a firearm discharge, or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever they can come up with, they finna throw you under the jail. You understand? So that's a result of these so-called, pay attention. That's a result of these so-called Christmas spirit that everybody feels. So they talk about the good and the warm feeling of Christmas, but they don't talk about the reality. You understand? All right, so moving forward, so that was last week, right? So now this week, y'all go from celebrating, Nimrod to celebrating Janice with the whole New Year's thing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, New Year's is, and I'm gonna tell y'all something about the last year too, because I don't want to skip off this point while it's on my mind. Last year, during so-called Christmas, it was a little different. I don't know if anybody really peeped it, but it was a little different because where I live at, they actually was shooting guns and popping firecrackers on Christmas Eve night, like 12 o'clock night, like it was supposed to be New Year's. You understand? Like this one, I don't know if it was going on everywhere, but that's probably the first time I ever, witnessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm 32 years old. That's one of the first times I ever witnessed them doing something of that nature for a Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like so-called Christmas. They was out shooting guns at 12 o'clock in the morning, like it was New Year's. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm like, man, they got their days confused. Something's going on. What the hell? They out here shooting. I mean, literally popping fireworks and firecrackers. I'm like, oh man, what? You know what I'm saying? So that spirit, I knew. I knew that spirit, that Christmas spirit. I knew it was gonna be serious this year. And what happened? The news got flooded with a whole bunch. And this the story that the brother brought out. That's just one story in Alabama. It was so many other stories of Christmas parties getting shot up and mass murders and all types of stuff going on Christmas. You understand? But that's just the whole spirit behind it. But I want y'all to understand the true spirit. And another thing is I'm gonna do my job as a priest and prophet of the Lord. I'm gonna tell you, you understand, when you are doing wrong, so that way when Christ returned and He asks, "All right, hey, hopper now," you understand what I'm saying? Did you warn them? Did you let them know that what they were doing was come, sir? You get the point. So whatever punishment come down, it ain't gonna be on me. I'm gonna do my job. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't my name Bennett. I ain't in it. After I'm done with it, you understand what I'm saying? I ain't in it. Like that's gonna be on you. And guess what? You're gonna be having a whole bunch of excuses. You're gonna be stuttering. Salagi, how was y'all? I didn't mean to. Nah, I ain't trying to hear none of that now. He got did Hava not tell you? Yeah, he told me, but nah, ain't no buts. So I'm gonna do my job. You understand? So when it come down to it, it ain't gonna be no questions asked. All right. So now with the so-called New Year, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna go into the details about. I'm not gonna go into the story of Janice. Maybe I'll do that, another time or whatever. But I ain't gonna go into the story of Janice. But what I will do is speak on the spirit of New Year's as well. It's all the whole thing, just from last week to this week. It's all about killing. It's all about death. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord is not pleased with you out here popping firecrackers. Where the origins? I did a class about this. What are the origins of firecrackers? Where did they originate? Go ahead
It was
and see if y'all be paying attention. I like to in my class. I like to see. So I can brag about my students.
it
I
was
like,
a Celtic ritual
yeah, kind
that they pop firecrackers, I guess, to ward off demons or
right.
evil
Who are
spirits.
the people? Like what
They were Celtics or pagan.
no what did go ahead. They were the Moab. You understand what I'm saying? It was like a Chinese culture. That's what originated. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, these like you out here popping firecrackers, that ain't our thing. We ain't never where do you read in the Bible where it say Israelites was popping firecrackers or shooting guns? Or it may, because okay, if guns didn't exist back then, whatever, anything, pop rocks or what the hell, you understand? Throwing rocks in there, whatever the hell, you understand what I'm saying? Throwing confetti or shredded up paper or yeah, shooting arrows or making spitballs or whatever the hell you want to say. Where does it say that in the Bible that we did that as a people around this time? It don't say it. So why are you gonna stray away from what the Lord say do to do what you want to do? That's why the Lord gonna deal with you. So pull me up an article about so-called New Year. I know it got to be. I know it could be a ton of articles you can pull up about what happened last night. I know it. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, give me something.
Khan. This is Channel 19 News
Hmm.
out of Cleveland, Ohio, by Randy Buffington, and Kendall Ford.
Hmm.
13 people shot in Cleveland during 9 hour span on New Year's Eve and
Woo.
New Year's Day.
Hold on. So how many people and how short of a time span?
13 people shot in Cleveland during 9 hour span.
So more people got shot. So you talking about almost maybe one and so much people died. Like if you going into statistics, one person died per hour. You know what I'm saying? More than like if you going statistically wise, a person died, more than one person died per hour. So you talking about 13 people dying in a 9 hour span. Just imagine 9 people dying in 9 hours being killed. You understand what I'm saying? 9 people in 9 hours. One person dying there. Somebody losing a family member every hour. Something happened. This what happened during so-called New Year's. Just overnight. Well, it barely has it even been 20. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet. 12 o'clock midnight would make 24 hours. So it ain't even been 24 hours yet, and all this stuff has happened already. Read the article.
Not one car. Cleveland, Ohio. Over a dozen people were shot in one night in a very violent end to 2019.
A very violent end to, you see, the words is right. Like I already told you, the spirit behind these things: death, violence, evilness, wicked, all of that. That's the true spirit of these days. You understand? It was a evil violence that happened overnight. You understand? Go ahead.
Cleveland police say the shootings occurred from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. on Tuesday, December 31st, 2019,
Mm,
and they list each account.
mm,
Number one, according to police, the first victim, a 27-year-old male, walked into a Marymount hospital with a gunshot wound.
mm,
He told authorities it happened near Turney Road in Cleveland.
mm-hmm.
Number two, a separate shooting around 6 p.m. took place at Mohican Park.
Okay, so in these situations, not everybody died, but they was involved in some type of violence or a shooting. All of these were shootings, right? So okay, so one or two of them died, but not all of them died in this instance. So Salaki on that. But the fact that the spirit that was in the air, the spirit just going around was this spirit of shooting, right? It's this spirit, this demon that was going around was this demon of I need to shoot somebody. Somebody got to get shot or some, you know what I mean? Like that's the spirit of New Year's. That spirit that make you want to pick up a gun for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in the world, did I celebrate it? Yeah, I did. It was stupid as hell when I really think about it. Wasting bullets, you know what I'm saying? Bullets is not cheap, especially depending on the gun you got. Bullets are not cheap. I learned that lesson, going to the gun range. You know what I'm saying? You go through a box of bullets, you try to go to academy, good night. You know what I'm saying? You might as well go. You got to plan for that 2 paychecks ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go to the gun range next week. I got to pay bills this week. You know what I'm saying? That's how much bullets cost. You out there wasting them in the air. No, who I'll give y'all another correlation. Who else does that? Who else just shoots in guns in the air and wastes bullets? I want to see if y'all be paying attention to the global to things that's going around. Go ahead, school. Well, yeah, but that's actually, you know what I'm saying, not that's not who I was referring to, but yeah, they are crazy. But if you paying attention to you pay attention to like what's going around the world, what's going on around the world, name a race of people that do that. Go ahead. The Arabs. You know what I'm saying? They're known as what? What are they known as? The wild man, right? That's why you think they be hanging out of Hummers, you know what I'm saying, on two wheels, AKs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do. When they be celebrating, y'all ain't never seen them live leak videos where they had some type of function, a marriage, or whatever the hell going on, and they just shooting guns in the air. You know, sometimes shooting people right next to them in the head. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing, and just shooting guns in the air. Whatever they said. You know what I'm saying? Saying they love. I mean, what I mean. I don't know what the hell they be saying, but that's the spirit that they got. You know what I'm saying? They the wild man. That's uncivilized. We are a civilized people. That's why we are gonna be the ruling class on this earth. That's why we have to. If you look at the actions of these other nations, you gotta look back and be like, man, what the hell going on? You need somebody civilized to run the world, to run this nation, to run this earth. You understand, to rule over this earth. And who is more civilized than us, man? We take on the culture and the customs of these other nations. That's not our culture. Cause why? We have this. We have this. We have something that they don't have. We have instructions on how to live. We have instructions on what to do and what not to do. We're civilized because of this Bible. They don't have that. We are intelligent because of this Bible. Y'all do understand that, right? We are a very intelligent people because of this Bible. Because we have something we don't like, you know what? This truth is already laid out. When I got in this truth, it was already laid out for me. All I got to do is follow it's order and rank. I follow the men above me. What they taught me, I teach. I don't teach outside of that. The men that come under me, they're gonna teach what I teach. Nothing else. You get the point. So that way you'll never stray away. And it won't be hard. It's easy. Now I'm not saying it's easy to get in front of a camera and do this. Of course, that would take time if you're not used to it. But what I'm saying is repeating after what the man above you taught you. Hell, I still go online. I mean, all the time. I go online, go look at classes, go back and research, pull out notes. I will verbatimly teach a class that a man above me has taught. Verbatimly. Why? Is it wrong? Do that? Why? Because the same message is coming out. It's not false. It's true. I know I can go word for word from what I'll go watch a Captain Soccer class that he taught on law. And I will take notes and I will verbatimly, and I ain't ashamed to admit it. I'm actually kind of, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of proud to admit it because I know what he taught was the truth. So if I say exactly what he said, pull the exact scriptures that he pulled, guess what? Am I teaching a lie? You get the point, right? I know it's the truth. I ain't got. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up here teaching nothing that wasn't the truth. And that's how we have to live. That's how we suppose. That's how you keep a tight. That's how you yo. That's how a nation moves like a well-oiled machine. It'll never a car will never get dry and fall off the hinges. Or if you hear a little squeak, we're gonna add some oil to it. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna tighten that up right there. We're gonna tune that up right here, and it's gonna move like a well-oiled machine. That way, you never get people to do stray off and go teaching uh that you can rape little kids and go teaching you can uh give me something else that they what I'm saying that they be out here false teaching and stuff saying you can rape kids and you can let Africans in your organization and your nation and no, we don't let no filthy stinking booty eating Africans, you know what I'm saying, in our nation. They not us. Why the hell would you want to let them in? But the point is, guess what? People don't follow what the men above them taught them. So they want to stray off and do what they want to do. Now you get false teachers. Now you get dumb. I ain't gonna say dumb. You get unlearned uh, uh, um, Negroes or Israelites that want to go shoot up a deli. That's what you get as a result from following your own teachings. Y'all understand the point, right? In the I.S.U.P.K, we're not doing none of that. And that's why Commander Journey YAHANNA could get up there on the news stations and boldly, you understand, go out on the limb and say, no, he wasn't I.S.U.P.K. We don't do that. Guess what? How do we continue to make Commander Journey YAHANNA right? How do we continue to make him look good to where he can say that? He don't even have to be monitoring us. He can say that and know and understand that we're not doing that. How else could we do it? What is the one thing we have to follow in order to make Commander General Yohana to not be a liar? Go ahead. True, but give me one word.
Law.
Lie. Think about a structure. Think about what you have to follow.
Rank.
What's the other thing that come in rank?
Rank and order.
Order. You understand what I'm saying? You follow order, you follow orders, you get the point, right? You follow the man above you, you follow orders. Guess what? You'll never have to worry about the men above you going out on the limb and saying, hey, I know this man ain't doing that because he's with the I.S.U.P.K. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna always he's gonna be telling the truth every single time. Y'all get the point. So the spirit behind this, I don't want to go into all those different stories about them getting shot. So the spirit, so far we can all agree that the spirit behind Christmas and New Year's is violence, death, evilness, wickedness, right? All right. So now we're gonna move into birthdays. Now the reason why I say birthdays for last, birthdays are probably the most evil. It's probably the most wicked out of them all. Why do I say that? Why do y'all think I say birthdays are the worst to celebrate? Like if you're gonna celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, birthdays are the worst out of them all. All of them are bad, but why birthdays are the worst? Let me see if young man, go ahead. It's self worship. Give her a hand. It's you. You are the Most High already said. I'm a jealous God. You serving other gods, right? With these other so-called pagan holidays. But guess what? On your birthday, you making yourself a god. How you think the Most High feel about that? Not only are you making yourself a god, but now you got everybody worshiping you. Think about that. I know it's like hard to you, like, huh? Wait a minute, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, let that sink in. You are making yourself a god, and everybody are worshiping you. That's where the whole putting money on you come from, and walking around boldly with your chest sticking out. You know, you sisters. So you know what I'm saying? Some of you sisters get you a new little outfit showing your little cleavage, pin your little money on you so that they can't help but see it. You know what I'm saying? You got the cleavage hanging out, your breast hanging halfway out your chest. I mean your shirt. So you know people gonna look. People gonna be like, what the oh, it's your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Come out their pocket. And guess what? They giving you money. It's like you're whoring yourself out. You know what I'm saying? You just like it's all about self worship. That's what birthdays are. And you, whether you know it or not, now you know if you're looking at this class. You understand what I'm saying? You are angering the Most High to, you know what I'm saying? Like that. It's just listen. Birthdays are like the worst. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Give me that satanic. First, we're gonna pull a satanic Bible, right? We're gonna show you in a satanic Bible. You understand what do birthdays mean? Now, keep in mind, satanic Bible. This is like a religion for people that worship. They worship Satan, but they don't understand who Satan is. Obviously, they don't understand that Satan actually is an angel and works for the Most High. But they worship Satan in the sense of evilness and wickedness. You get the point, right? They associate Satan or Satanism. That's the I think that will be the so-called religion of that whatever that is, Satanism or whatever the hell it is. They're confused. Obviously, we know they confused. They nutcases. They need to go to some type of mental hospital. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't even understand who Satan is. They don't understand what does he do. They don't understand none of that, right? So they worship Satan in an evil sense, and this is their religion, and this comes from their Bible, the Satanic Bible. And let's see what they say about birthdays. Go ahead.
Come. This is the Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey,
Mm-hmm.
page 96. The highest of all holidays in the satanic religion,
Hold on. The what?
the highest of all
The
holidays.
highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion. So you mean tell me in the Satanic religion they got a lot of holidays, right? So birthdays are the highest of them all. Like it's the cream of the crop. You wanna be recognized by their God, Satan, whatever the hell they worship. If you want to be recognized by their God as doing their work and being named the highest among them, you're gonna celebrate your birthday. It's the highest among their religion, their holidays, right? Keep going.
Come. Is the date of one's own birth.
Mm,
This is in direct contradiction to the holy of holy days of other religions,
mm.
which which deify a particular God who has been created in an what's that anthropomorphic form of their own image,
Mm.
thereby thereby showing that the ego is not really buried.
Okay, okay, because some people may not understand it. So read it again, and then I'm gonna break that. Not try to. I'm gonna break down what it's actually saying. So read it again.
Come. The highest of all holidays in the satanic religion is
Hmm.
the date of one's own birth.
Right. So the date of your birthday is the highest of all in the Satanic religion. Go ahead.
This is in direct contradiction to the holy of holy days of other religions.
Okay, so that's a period right there, right?
Um,
A comma, right? So this is read that part again.
this is in direct contradiction to the holy of holy days of other religions.
So this is a direct contradiction or indirect.
Direct.
Okay, so this is a direct contradiction to other so-called holy days according to other religions. That those other religions will be the religions of the scriptures. If you read Leviticus chapter 23, nowhere does it say celebrate that. Nowhere does it. We have our own high holy days that we celebrate, even though we're not a religion. That's what this book is saying. So we're gonna just for what the book is saying sake, we're gonna go along with that. But this is a culture, right? So in Leviticus chapter 23, it gives us our high holy days. So this satanic Bible is saying that celebrating your birthday is a direct contradiction to what the scriptures say. So let's let that sink in for a second. In this satanic Bible, they are making it clear that celebrating your birthday is a direct contradiction to what the Bible says. Does that make any sense? Y'all understand? So if and who wrote this Bible? Who wrote this satanic Bible?
Anton LaVey.
You understand? So this, I would have. I mean, I'm almost certain that this is an Edomite. I'm almost certain. You understand what I'm saying? I can't say I'm 100%, but I'm almost certain that this is an Edomite. And if it is, so that means the white man wrote this book, so the white man understands in our culture, we don't celebrate birthdays. You get the point, right? We don't celebrate birthdays because that says it's a direct contradiction to what we worship. Keep going.
Khan, which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthropomorphic form.
Okay, hold on. So now this is what celebrating your own birthday is. It's it's deifying, like it's making yourself a god. Remember what I said, like when you celebrate your birthdays, this is explaining what celebrating the day of one's birth is. It's because it put a comma there. That's why I asked them, was it a period or a comma? So it's saying this is, you understand, against what, contrary to what other, what the Bible say, and then it goes into another comma, and now it's explaining what celebrating your birthday means to the satanic religion. It does what? It deifies what?
Which deify a particular God
Mm-hmm.
who has been created in an anthropomorphic form
Mm-hmm.
of their own image.
You get the point, right? That's what celebrating your birthday is, according to this satanic Bible. Now, it ain't in our Bible, so we can't pull it in our Bible because we don't worship it. We don't even deal with it. Anything that's talking about birthdays in this Bible, it ain't got nothing to do with Israelites. I can tell you that. And a man of the Lord did speak about his birthday, but did he speak about it in a good way? We're gonna bring that out. You ain't gotta answer that right now. You know I'm gonna pull it up. You know I'm gonna pull it up. So this is talking about, you ain't gotta read. Is there some more on that? That's pretty much it, right? Yeah, no sweat. So yeah, that I mean that's all you need, right? That's like that just hit the. Go ahead. You got some more?
The Satanist feels. Why not really be honest? And if you are going to create a God in your image,
Mm.
why not create that God as yourself?
I mean, you know, what I mean, you gonna go if you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You already going against the Bible. You already going against the Most High. You might as well go all out, right? You know what I'm saying? YOLO. You know what I'm saying? You get the point, right? You might as well. I mean, you gonna already sin against the Lord. You might as well just go all out with it. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the same spirit that be on these evil, wicked people that don't follow the scriptures. If you a Christian, that's that same spirit that be on you. You only live once. I might as well. If I gotta die, I might as well go out with a bang. Or I might. I mean, let's face it. And you know how I know this? Because when I was in the world, I thought the same way. When I was not following these scriptures, I had the same spirit on me. Why not? Might as well. I gotta go anyway. That was my excuse for smoking. Well, everybody gotta die. Might as well go, you know what I mean? Might as well roll up a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Might as well go out like that. Might as well go out high, right? If I'm gonna go high. That's your excuse. That's the same. I mean, what the brother brought out is so heavy. I'm glad you read that. Because that's the same spirit that be on us when we are in the world, and that's the same spirit that's on you Christians right now, celebrating Christmas. I might as well, you know what I mean? Well, while I'm at it, I put some gifts under the tree. I might as well leave Santa some cookies and milk too. Might as well, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Might as well. You get the point. Go ahead. Janice. All right. Well, I mean, what I'll say is this because I need to get some more. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this in I.S.U.P.K. You've been around us enough to know. In the I.S.U.P.K, we don't teach on things that we are not 100% sure of. So, in order to actually go into details about Janice, I would need more. Like, I've seen class about it, but I would need a more detailed breakdown, shall I say, about, you understand, the history and the breakdown of it. I do know Janice is maybe next week. You understand? I can, if you come in next week, I can probably have that for you. I can definitely, break that down. You had something you want to say? Uh huh. Right. Right. Yeah, con. That's. I mean, I knew that part, but like I said, I didn't want to really expound on detail because I'm pretty sure you would need, You looking for like a detailed breakdown of what's going on with this whole, you know what I'm saying, holiday and stuff like that, because you don't know. Right, right. And I'm glad you asked that. What I'll do is that'll probably give me something to teach on next week. So if you come next week, I'll have that breakdown for you. So but like in a nutshell, that's what the brother was saying. It's about, this Greek god that so-called has, a face that looks into the future and one that looks into the past. So that's why it's like signifying supposed to be a new year and stuff like that. Like that's where the whole New Year's resolution and all of that comes from. Like, oh, this year I'm gonna lose weight. Hell, you've been saying that for 10 years. You still fat. You know what I mean? You still what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what's your resolution? Oh, this year I make sure I only sleep with one man and one man only. Well, that didn't work out in the first couple months. You understand what I'm saying? First couple months, you understand? You had that urge. You just had to go. You understand? So then now what? Like your body, since you've been adding, you've been multiplying men to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't been adding, you've been multiplying. Your body count high. I'm telling you, James Harden is averaging 38 points this year. Your body count higher than that. You trying to beat him out for the highest scoring season. You understand? You going off into Wilt Chamberlain numbers. You get the point, right? So you know what I'm saying? And you got the drug dealers, man, this year, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go ahead and try to do it right. You know what I mean? As soon as you go get a job and you dress up, you do all this, and you don't get hired, man, you know what? I can't, this ain't for me. You go right back to selling rocks. You get the point, right? This whole it's just all a bunch of crap. And it's just all for show. It's all for people like, yeah, my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna do this and do this and do this. You've been doing, I mean, y'all ain't seen that? Well, people just had the same New Year's resolution. No, this time I'm for real. It's 2020. This is the year. Like what Michael Jackson, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. I got it this time. I know it didn't work for the past 10 years, so this gotta be the one. Nah, it ain't the one. Yeah, right. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'll have a detailed breakdown for you next week. All right. So so what I was saying, what the brother had brought out, bring that out one more time.
One God. The Satanist feels. Why not really be honest? And if you're going to create a God in your image, why not create that God as yourself?
Why not? If you're gonna go to the list of already angering the Most High by creating a God in your image, might as well be that image. Might as well go out, put money on yourself, say, hey, it's my birthday. And then for the people that walk past you that don't, they see the money, but they ain't trying to acknowledge it. It's my birthday. I just turned such and such. We see the money on you, sis. We see the money. We understand it's your birthday. You going out your way to, it's my birthday. Okay. What's so special? Let me ask you something. What's so special about the day you were born 30, 20, 30 years later? What's so special about it? It was special to your parents the day you were born, to your family that, you know what I mean, that witnessed you come out your mama womb. It was a special day. Hell, when I had my children, it was a special day for me when I seen my kids being born. It was a beautiful thing. I mean, the feeling I can't even explain. But that was it. That was then. You know what I mean? Like, what do I don't get it. You understand? What's the point? Go ahead.
My question I always ask people is like, what did you do to make yourself live to that age? Like, did you go to the heavens and say, hey, I'm gonna live another year?
Right. Like what like you gotta like if I mean, okay, is it a sight to behold, a woman, the whole pregnancy, the whole woman conceiving a child? Yeah, it is something. You know what I mean? We understand I wouldn't say miracle, you understand, but it's the Lord's work being done. You understand the Lord allowing that sister to be able to hold that baby for 9 months and be able to push that baby out, or if she had to have a C-section, whatever the case is, but that baby being born, you know what I'm saying, and it is a beautiful thing. But that was for that day. You get the point. That was for that day. And then you want to bring the mother, a get well soon card, or she's in the hospital. You want to bring her some balloons to cheer her up because she's been in pain all night. That's different. Or you want to have, baby showers. Are not against the Most High. It's not, you can have a baby shower. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to give pampers and gifts into the baby, or clothes and stuff like that before the baby's born. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You're not worshiping a God. You're not presenting presents to a God. You're providing clothes and pampers and You know what I mean? Like socks and booties, whatever, they call them, pacifiers, to a child. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you you gotta make sure you raise your hand. Hold your thought. I got an example. Officer Yeshaya just had a child. You understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure during his baby shower, people brought all types of stuff that was helpful for him that he probably done ran through now. The baby, baby got so big, you know what I mean? I know all her pampers gone. You understand? Like whatever was there during then is gone. You understand? And guess what? He got another one on the way. Most High Christ will give that brother a hand for, you know what I'm saying, making this nation fruitful. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to catch it with Officer Sean and Five. Most High Christ. You understand? But it's not, it's a beautiful time that day that they were born, but it's no different after that. It's like, okay, you here another year, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? That I'm here another year to be able to bring this truth out. But it's nothing special. I don't want you worshiping me or giving me no money and acknowledging it. Hell, I forget. I be forgetting. I almost forgot how old I was because I don't even celebrate my birthday. I'm like, hold on, am I 31 or 32? I can't even remember. I have to go back and count the years again. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, school. Right, right, right. That's it. And if it's a brother, especially if the his father is in the truth, you bringing in a young prophet in the world. You add one to the Lord's army, Most High in Christ. That is something to celebrate. But every year after that, you know what I mean. Well, especially 20 years later, he better be a prophet. He better do what he's supposed to be doing. They don't celebrate every year. Did you do what you're supposed to do? Did you follow the order? Most High in Christ. That's what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna get recognition for after that. Ain't no celebrating the day you was born again. You know what I mean? You already here now. What you gonna do? You're here now. You understand? What are you gonna do now? So that's what it's about. You understand? So all this celebrating, it's a satanic holiday. It's the highest of them all. It has nothing to do with our culture. So now let's prove that. Let's prove, because in the I.S.U.P.K, when the Commander General YAHANNA, the scriptures say prove all things, and we love to prove all things. If you haven't noticed, if you ever dealt with anybody in the I.S.U.P.K before, we love. You want me to get the scripture? I got the scripture. You need it? You sure? Yeah, we love to prove it. You understand? I can't wait for you to tell me you want me to prove it. You understand? First, I'll make you cut yourself, and then I'll be like, I can show you the scripture. Yeah, that's what we do. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:1.
One come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
A good name is better than precious ointment,
Mm.
and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
So a good name is more precious than is better than precious ointment. Just like the day of death than the day of one's birth. So what do y'all think that's saying? It says a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. So what it's saying for time's sake. Go ahead. What's a good name? Well, that's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. I was finna say, I'm 500 now. I don't want to hear them 50 explanations and breakdown. I want to hear a 500 breakdown. That's the word I'm looking for. A good name is this Bible is for Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? Okay, say if I'm in the hood, yeah, my name good in these streets. You understand? My name good in these streets. What does that mean? My reputation receives me, right? I know. Hey, listen, I done put like that's. I'm giving an example of someone who has that reputation would say, you a nigga. This is a nigga Bible. This is for us. So it's not hard to believe that the Bible has scriptures that talk like how we talk. That it's the same. A good name is better than precious ointment. Your reputation is better than precious ointment. You understand what I'm saying? The way you carry yourself, the work that you put in, when you hear your name out here, it should everybody should be like, oh yeah, that brother did. Yeah, that brother, man. Like I'll give an example. when Officer Matazai, my boy, you understand what I'm saying, just got raised up to 1,000. Guess what? Everybody was willing to speak on his behalf. Why? Because he has a good name. His name is good out in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? We were all more than happy to, speak on behalf of the brother. So, and that was way better than Precious Ointment. Think about that. Think about how good Captain Tazariak's body butters are. You understand what I'm saying? His good precious oils are. You know what I'm saying? That's some good stuff. I got some on right now. It's called Give Him Some. And I'm talking about, man, I'm just, every time I move, I can just smell it. I'm getting a whiff of it, and it just smells so good. If you haven't yet, go to Tazariak and Lily's Creation on Etsy.com and get you some body butters and some oil. I'm telling you right now, you will not be this. I've never smelled no oils like this before. I'm sorry, it's a lie. I had to sidetrack because the oils are so good. That's how good they are. I'm telling you, it's gonna. If you ain't already on your phone, you understand, listening to the class and on your on your device, looking up the website, you need to be doing it. I'm telling you, ain't nothing. Them oils, I've never smelled a concoction of goodness like this before. I've had oils before, but I'm telling you right now, you you ain't never smelled nothing like Captain Tazariak stuff. I'm telling you right now. So a good name is better than precious ointment. So that brother having a good name out here in the streets that day was better than how this body butter smell, how these body oils smell. You understand what I'm saying? It's way better than precious ointment to have a good reputation. You can walk around smelling good, but is your name good out here in the streets? You get the point, right? So now, just like it's better to have a good name in these streets, it's better that you died and be born. It's better. Your day of death is better than the day you were born. Because why? Why is it saying that? It says, I'm gonna read it again. A good name is precious. I mean, it's Salakia. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Why is the day of death is better than the day of one's birth? Go ahead.
Because you're not in this hell anymore.
Right. When you born into a world of hell. You understand what I'm saying? You just don't know. You Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this is what this Bible is for. You don't know it yet. You just a baby. You come out the womb crying because you probably naturally you just know. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't know. And when you are born, you get raised up in this truth, and not just even in this truth, just period. You born, you Black, Hispanic, and Native American coming into this society, you have hell to look forward to. You born in captivity. You get the point, right? That's why the day you die is better than the day you was born, because you're not in hell no more. You understand that? It's just we have to understand that we out here celebrating. You celebrating your birthday every year like you not in hell. You out here happy and oh, it's my birthday. Like, dude, you in hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you celebrating? What are you really celebrating? The little crumbs you can get for your birthday, but you still got to go to slavery. You still got to, pay a water bill, a light bill. You still got to provide for the kids. You still got child support, brother. You know what I'm saying? Today is cool. I get you. I feel you. It's your birthday. Okay, you celebrating, blah, blah, blah. Well, tomorrow you still got to pay child support. Tomorrow you're going to be broke or homeless or whatever. You in hell. So what are you really? That's the point. What are you really celebrating for? What are we really celebrating for? Now, the death of our enemies, that's something to celebrate for. That's something worth celebrating. Why? Because we in captivity because of who? Because of our but because of our enemies. We in captivity by who? Our enemies. So anytime we have enemies we read in the Bible where our enemies were killed and slain on our behalf, especially to get us out, like the Passover. The Passover is about the death angels coming to slay Egyptians. You understand what I'm saying? Because they would not let us go, right? So guess what? That's something to celebrate. Our enemies that was holding us captive dying, being killed by the Most High. That's something to celebrate. Is a birthday really something to celebrate? No. It's no cause, no reason, no enemies didn't die. Nobody, you know what I mean? It's not about, and then it's a self-worship. It's a self-celebration. People are celebrating you. What the hell did you do? What the hell did you do for us? Like me, I ain't do nothing. I'm not even deserving of the Lord's mercy, let alone celebrating me for every year. What the hell did I do? Don't celebrate me. Well, I cut off my notifications on Facebook. You don't even know when my birthday no more. I cut it off because I don't want nobody to know. Because who the hell? I ain't nobody. Don't celebrate me. You understand? I don't want to be celebrated every year. And that's the same spirit that we all should have. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death is better than one's birth. Period. You understand? Give me Genesis chapter 40, verse 20.
What God? The book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 20.
Now, this is the first time birthday was ever mentioned in the scripture. When I say birthday, I'm talking about, yeah, like the word birthday, right? This is the first time in the scripture. This is in Genesis, first book of the Bible. This is the first time it was ever mentioned in the Bible. Now let's see if it has anything to do with us. Let's just see. I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? Ain't y'all curious? We want to know. Did it have anything to do with Israelites, or did it have anything to do with children of the Lord? Let's see. Let's see who it has something to deal with.
What come? Verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Pharaoh's birthday.
So you mean tell me it wasn't an Israelite birthday?
Pharaoh's birthday.
Who was Pharaoh? What was he?
He was the ruler of Egypt.
He was an Egyptian. He was the ruler of the Egyptians. It was his birthday. Is he an Israelite? What is he? A heathen, right? So the Bible is recognizing the birthday, but it's saying it in a sense of, okay, it's Pharaoh's birthday. But let's keep reading. Go ahead.
That he made a feast unto all his servants.
He did what?
He made a feast unto all his servants.
So this heathen had a birthday, and he made a feast to all his servants. Keep going.
And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
So this is the first time, and also the only time birthday was even mentioned in the Old Testament, and it's talking about a heathen birthday. It's talking about a heathen. Heathens celebrated their birthdays. Heathens worshiped themselves, of course. They wanted people to worship them. Pharaoh was one of those rulers who he wanted everybody to worship him. You get the point, right? So him celebrating the birthday is not far-fetched. Why not? You know what I mean? He don't have to follow the Bible, or he don't have to follow our culture, because it's not his culture. But are we heathens? No, we Israelites, according to these scriptures. So guess what? We celebrate what Israelites celebrate. Let the heathens celebrate what they want to celebrate. Am I up here saying, no, heathens shouldn't be celebrating birthdays, or no, they ain't nobody. No, birthdays aren't for us. You get the point, right? They're not for us. That's who I care about. Whatever everybody else doing, let them do it. It don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Let them do them. We do us. Period. All right. So give me Matthew 14 and 6. So that was Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. That was the first time birthdays was ever mentioned in the Bible, period. So now here comes the second time that the word birthday was mentioned.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But when Herod's birthday was kept.
Hold on. So Herod, who is Herod?
He's the king of Babylon.
You understand? He was a heathen too. Herod was a heathen. It says, so when Herod's birthday was kept, go ahead.
The daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod.
And did what?
And pleased Herod.
What does that sound like? First of all, so now we got to hold your thought. First of all, we got understanding that this is another heathen. He's celebrating his birthday. Again, you can celebrate your birthday if you're a heathen. We don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's an Israelite culture that we don't celebrate birthdays. We don't do self-worship because we know our God is a jealous God. You understand? We worship the Most High, period. That's it. Not ourselves, not each other, the Most High, period, right? So Herod celebrating his birthday, he's a heathen. He can do what he want to do. If he want to celebrate his birthday, that's fine. You understand? And what does the...
Verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before him. Before them.
Okay, so now, okay, go ahead.
And pleased Herod.
Right, so you got this woman dancing before the men and pleasing the man of the birthday, that the man is celebrating his birthday. So you got the birthday boy and you got his friends or whatever. Let's put it like that. Cause I'm trying to help y'all, just in case you don't know, trying to give y'all a little hint. What does this sound like? What does this remind you of? Let me see if I can go ahead, Yeshaya. Go ahead.
Strip club.
Not a strip club. This was a personal strip. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever seen the movie Players Club, this is when Diamond and the cousin went to the, you know what I'm saying? They went to the party. You know what I'm saying? This was more like that. Like, so they got a private dancer at the, they go and pay for some money for a private little stripper to come and perform at the birthday party. That's what it's no different from nowadays. That is heathen stuff. Just strip the whole thing. A woman stripping, being a stripper, that's not our culture. You get the point, right? So this woman dancing and doing all this stuff, and like y'all gotta understand something, man. We are following after these other nations when we should be celebrating our culture and following after our culture. That's what this is about. This I'm bringing this whole lesson is because it's all about serving the Most High. Forget your feelings. Forget the children feelings. All of that, none of that matters. Because if you say you love the Lord with your lips, it's cool to say it with your lips, but what are you doing? What do your actions show? The Lord don't care about lip service. I know sisters, y'all used to lip service. You know what I'm saying? I know, I understand. When you be in whore in them streets, you used to lip service. But the Most High ain't pleased by that. He don't that don't motivate the Most High. That don't provoke him to spare your life. He don't care nothing about your lip service. Nah, lie, lie. He too wild. He don't care nothing. He too wild. I don't want him having that. No, I don't want him having that. The Most High don't care about your lip service. He care about your actions. You say you love the Lord, but are you really gonna serve Him? Serving Him is not celebrating your birthday. Serving Him is not stripping on a pole for some money or for a private party. Serving Him is not being a whore. You understand? To these other holidays and to these other nations. Don't whore yourself out to these other so-called gods. That's what the whole fornication to the Most High is. When you fornicating against the Most High, you serve another God. You worshiping idols. And you when you're celebrating your birthday, it's the worst of them all because you are making yourself an idol for other people to worship. You get the point, right? So that's what Herod was doing. Herod, he's a heathen. He's celebrating his birthday. He got him a private dancer to come and just dance before the men, please them, whatever it was. It's no different from, you brothers out there having a birthday or a bachelor party, whatever the hell you want. Hire some strippers and all of that stuff to dance on a pole in front of you, drop it like it's hot, and do some extracurricular stuff, you understand, behind the scenes or whatever the hell you got going on, right? Give me Give me Mark 6 and 21. So now we're going to go into, because everybody know about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, how they all had different accounts of the same events, right? So this is Mark's perspective of the event. So we're going to get that. It's a little bit more detailed.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 21. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod, on his birthday, made a supper to his lords, high captains, and chief estates of Galilee.
All right, so now hold it there. So it says, and when a convenient day was come, when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday. So it's no different from, okay, let's say what I'm gonna see if y'all I'll be very I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be surprised, but I'm gonna be a little surprised if any one of y'all can get this, what this means. It says, and when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lords, captains, chief estates of Galilee. When it say when a convenient day has come, what is that talking about in this sense? Go ahead.
Special day that individual made for himself.
Okay, yes, but I want something a little bit more. Yeah, I want something to hit it right. I don't want to give it to you like that. I was almost about to, but I want to see because I don't think you really understand what I mean. That's right. You're not wrong, but that's not. I don't think you know what I'm looking for. Anybody else want to give it a shot? They say when a convenient day was come. Think about it. It was a convenient day. When a convenient day was come, Herod on his birthday. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Come on, man. I know y'all got it in y'all. I know it. Nobody? Say that again. When you say that, what you mean by that? Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. I ain't know you. I ain't think you was gonna get it. I thought one of my officers was gonna get it. School got it. You understand what I'm saying? Most High in Christ school. That is perfect and exact. It's a convenient day. So say for instance, my birthday is during the week. I gotta work. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna use myself. Okay, Salakia for that. But I'm trying to use myself to, give a example. Say for instance, somebody have a birthday and their birthday is during the week where they gotta work. They can't got time to celebrate it. Nobody's really off. Everybody that he invited to the party can't come because they working. So guess what? He gonna say, okay, well, this weekend coming up. Everybody's off this weekend. So this is when I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. A convenient day came for them. So I didn't know you was gonna be able to get to school. Most High in Christ for that. So that's exactly right. Man, come on, officer, y'all got man. Good night. You had a young man coming in. You know what I'm saying? That's Most High in Christ, man. You on the right track, school. Keep it up. Most High in Christ. So that's exactly what that was. It was a convenient day for them to celebrate his birthday. All right. And what he do? And what do you do on a birthday? You gather people, you know what I'm saying? You invite your people to come, your friends, family, close people. That's what he did. He invited his family. His captains and stuff, these are his close people amongst him, right? Invite them to come. Sometimes you don't want a huge party. Sometimes you only want maybe 7 or 8 people to come. Close family. Sometimes you just do it in your own home with your immediate family, right? This is exactly what this is describing. It's no different from what we do nowadays. But guess what? Is this Israelite? Is Herod the Israelite? No. So when we do it, we're doing what heathens do. You understand, right? Um, I'm gonna get it. Don't forget to let me get Jeremiah. I want to bring that scripture out because matter of fact, bring it get that scripture where it says don't follow the ways of the heathen because that's important. These are not Israelites that celebrating their birthdays. We already pulled up Pharaoh. We already pulled up Herod. These are the times that birthdays are mentioned in the Bible. And guess what? Every time birthday is mentioned in the Bible, it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with these other nations. So why in the hell are we celebrating now? We are not supposed to do what the heathens do. Read what you got when you get it. You had a question? Go ahead. They're celebrating customs of the other nations. So the thing about it is, what we have to understand is this language that we speak is forced on us. These ways that we follow. I'm not gonna say now they're forced on us, but at one point they was like Christianity. Christianity was forced on us, right? You understand? For our northern kingdom tribes like Catholics, they used to like it's I don't want to they used to do like they used to force their hand like by murder and threatening them and stuff like just like Muslim, right? Muslim came by the hand of the sword, like they was forcing people to turn Muslim. Am I correct on that? You understand? Like this is what like if correct me if I'm wrong, but these things were forced on us, just like Christianity was forced on us by the slave master, right? Like to follow white Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? That was forced on us, man. We didn't have a choice. We were forced not only to read portions of the Bible that suited the slave master, but we were forced to listen to it too. You know what I'm saying? If you tried to go outside of that and do your own research, you had your eyes gouged out. They used to, yeah, they cut your tongue out too. Don't speak against what the slave master saying. He gonna cut your tongue out. You have a choice to wake up and understand what's really going on. You can watch an I.S.U.P.K class and get all the information you need. And guess what? If you still celebrating after you get we're gonna, you know what, we're gonna get that too. Read what you got and remind after this scripture. Remind me somebody. Hold, if you could, Yeshua, you don't not to read it, but just grab that scripture where it says, once receiving the knowledge of the truth, there's no more forgiveness for sins. Get that for me and then give it to Ron whenever we done. I just don't want to forget where I'm at. So get what you got, Ron.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord, Learn not the way of the heathen.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen. Does it say follow? No, it says follow what Herod did.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
No, well, Pharaoh did it in Genesis. I read that Pharaoh did it.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
You get the point, right? It says, learn not the way of the heathen. And then it starts going into, I don't want to have to read the rest of it. I'm going to paraphrase it. It starts going into Christmas where it talks about the customs of the heathen are vain, and one cutteth the tree out of forest and deck it with silver and gold. It's talking about Christmas, right? We already went over that in Christmas. But the first part of this scripture says, learn not the way of the heathen. Don't follow what the heathen do. So guess what? If Pharaoh did it, don't do it. If Herod did it, don't do it. It's that simple. Don't do what the heathens do. It don't get no more plain than that. What scripture is that again?
That's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2.
It's not my words. These are not what YAHANNA says. This is what Jeremiah says. It's in the Bible. Go read it for yourself. You get the point. Now get me uh uh get what that scripture is, Yeshua. You got it yet? Okay, no sweat. While he pulling that up, let's finish what Mark say. So we have Mark chapter 6, verse 22 now.
This is Mark chapter 6, verse 22. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod and them that sat with him.
So basically, she was the private dancer. So remember, we already read it in Matthew. This is just Mark's account of the situation, just a little bit more detail. You understand? So we can get a more understanding of what she was really doing. You know what I mean? What was really going on, right? So now it says when the daughter of said Herodias came in and danced and plead Herod and them that sat with him. Go ahead.
The king said unto the damsel.
So Herod said unto the damsel,
ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee.
He said, name your price. You name your price, baby. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing your thing. You twerking, you dropping it like it's hot. You just name your price. I got you, whatever you need. What T.I. say? You can have whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about she came in and really pleased him. And he said, look, baby, you name your price. Whatever thou wilt. You understand? Whatever you want, I got you. Just good night. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she did her thing, right? It's no different from when you going into the strip club and you just got all this money and you want that dancer. So you pull out that water cash, you say, come here. I want you. You understand? Right here. You do what I tell you to do. And I got whatever you name your price. You come sit on my lap. You understand? Name your price, I got you. And guess what? She, just like a good whore, is gonna come sit on your lap and do whatever you want her to do for whatever amount of money that she suggests. That's what a good whore does. You understand? If she needs to take you to the back and suck your rod, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it for that little bit of change. She's gonna do some strings for that $40. You understand? That infamous $40. She's gonna do some strings for that piece of change. And we know it. It's the truth. You get the point. And she's gonna move on to the next guy like it ain't nothing. She's gonna finish with him, leave from back there. He gonna be like, oh, I see you go back there. Come here, let me holler at you. I know what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you on a strip club, that's what the men looking for. They looking for that one that's doing the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's cool. You sitting on my lap and stuff, and you know that's cool. But I seen this one go to the back. You know what I'm saying? I know what that means. There's something about that one. Let me holler at you. What you talking about? You can get up off my lap. I don't need you no more. You ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking about nothing. I want that one, right? So all of that, I'm making a joke about it. But all of that is really evil and wicked, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. What's so heavy about this is we can't complain about women being whores unless we stop whoring them out. You can't complain about women being whores if you're being a whoremonger. If you stop being a whoremonger, they can't be whores. If men stop just sleeping with a woman and throwing them away, then guess what? She's with that man and that man only. If brothers will stop trying to mess with other men's women, guess what? That woman it won't be no adultery being committed. It won't be no prostitutes. It won't be no whores. If men stop going down, what's that? Bissonnet. If men stop going down Bissonnet, hey, Yeshaya, come check on that. See if there's sound like some water leaking through. If men stop driving down Bissonnette looking for them, hell, it might be like a present. You might not know what you get. You might get a man. You understand? You driving down Bissonnette to go pick up a whore. You might get a man instead. So you might want to be careful. You understand? You don't need to be out there doing it anyway. So guess what? If you go out there, don't be mad if you come out with a transy, whatever they call tranny, whatever. Yeah, I said transy. So like you, you know what I'm saying? You think you're getting a woman, you coming out with a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. Then now you want to beat him up and you know what I'm saying? Kill him. You want to end up like old dude from IUIC. You understand what I'm saying? You sleeping with a tranny, then you turn around and kill him. Now you're in jail for murder because you want to go sleep. You want to sleep with men. You want to be out there and you're desperate and you out on Bissonnette looking for something nice and you're gonna get a man instead. You understand what I'm saying? You're looking for a pretty young thing, you're gonna get something that swing. You understand? It's a lot here. It's a lot here, man. I like to joke around a little bit, man. But in all reality, man, we gotta stop. These women will stop being whores if we stop whoring them out. And our sisters are too precious to us, man. Our sisters are beautiful. They're precious. They need to learn how to be modest and cover their damn behind up. They need to learn how to, you know, be with one man and one man only. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we as men got to do a better job. We have to do a better job, man. We can't just blame the women if we out here, you know, tricking, right? Like school said, we out here tricking, we can't be mad, right? You know what I'm saying? You can, I don't even want to use the word tricking, but if you just want to do something special, do it for your women. You can have more than one. You can have more than one. That's the whole point. You get with her, don't throw her away. You throw her away, now she's become a whore. That's why she's a whore because you got with her and you had her all excited to be with a man for the rest of her life, and you threw her away. So now she feel like, you know what? Oh man, the dogs, whatever. I don't care. Blah blah blah. Right. So it was something I wanted. So now, uh, it was something that I told somebody to get. What's that? Yeah, get that for me. So now, before I read the scripture, uh, the priest and prophets of the Lord have warned you. You can't say you didn't watch this class or you done heard like if you are under the sound of my voice, or you have heard me say this before, somebody else done brought this to your attention before. Now keep in mind, you can't deny it. When Christ returned, all of this is recorded. You know what I'm saying? You know how you call a thing, your call has been recorded for quality assurance purposes. This is being recorded. So don't try to sit here and say, well, I never knew. Read the scripture, read what you got.
Come. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
For if we sin willfully,
Mm.
after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
So hold on. If you sin willfully after you didn't heard me tell you, all right, hey brother, man, don't be out here celebrating your birthday. Don't be out in them strip clubs. Don't be a whoremonger. Don't be on Bissonnette. Don't be celebrating your birthday. Don't be celebrating Christmas. Don't be celebrating New Year's. Don't be celebrating Thanksgiving. All of these days are pagan. All of these days have, you know, heathen origins behind them. They're not our culture. You shouldn't be doing it. Don't do it because the Lord is angry at that. He's gonna punish you. You will face punishment. Don't do it. So have you heard that before? You can't sit here and say nothing. It says once you sin willfully after that, what's gonna happen to you? So if you say, all right, well, Habana told me don't celebrate my birthday. Screw what the kids feel. Screw how don't celebrate Christmas. Screw how the kid. It ain't about the kids. It's about you celebrating these heathen customs. He told me. He warned me. He told me don't do it, but I still have to do it, man. Man, it's about the kids, man. Oh, well, what you were saying? How do I know if it was true or not? How do
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
there would be no more sacrifice for sins. So guess what? When them punishments start coming down upon you, when I'm punished, now I ain't say you can't repent. You know what I'm saying? Christ ain't returned yet. You still have a chance. You can repent. But guess what? There will be no more remaining sacrifice for those sins, meaning that punishment is still coming. That punishment is still coming. I'm telling you right now. Sometimes it's expedient, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could be a little love tap to get you in order. Sometimes it could be something small to say, all right, now, you, you disobeyed me. I'm trying to give you a chance. You got a chance. Maybe you say you love me. You say it with your lips. You give me a lot of lip service. I really don't be feeling that, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity to prove yourself. Show me, provoke me to spare you. That's what the Lord is doing. He may give you a little slap on the wrist the first time. Guess what? You don't get it right. That little slap on the wrist could turn into death instantly. I'm telling you. So pay attention to the warning signs. You've been warned. You've been warned to not celebrate these days. Don't celebrate no birthdays. Don't do none of that. You've been warned. Keep going. That's it. So so read it one more time so that everybody can understand and be very clear. Put your hand down. If everybody can be understanding very clear. Go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10,
Fix your headband.
verse 26. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
So if you willfully sin, because now that you know the truth, guess what? Because at first, see, the Lord, this is how the Lord works. The Lord will rather for you to be hot or cold. Lukewarm is the worst place to be with the Most High. The worst place to be. Just lukewarm, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's the worst place to be because you hearing the truth, you willing to listen to it, but you still kind of you on the fence. That's the worst spot to be in because it says if you sin willfully after knowing, read it one more time. This is very important.
For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
If you sin willfully after you receive the knowledge of the truth, after you've been told, do not do this. It's in the Bible. I showed it to you. You can't say you didn't know. Go ahead.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
So what Christ died for? You know what I mean? Like he ain't died for you to be hearing the truth and then not following it. Christ ain't died for that. So when Christ returned, and even now the Most High are gonna punish you. But then even when Christ returned, if you don't get it together before Christ returned, oh, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, let me hear this case right here. Let's try the case such and such 42 with this person right here. How about not? Did you tell this person, what was up with this? Come on, sir. You know what I mean? Listen, when it comes to Christ, I'm 6'9". I'm tell you right now, it's a lot here. When Christ asked me a question, I'm 6'9". I don't, you know what I mean? Hey man, I told him, hey, the brother over there too. I told him too, sir. It's a lot. I know you ain't asked me yet, but just in case, they heard it. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of people in the background too. They heard it. I know they heard it because I was loud enough. You understand? I'm 6'9", because I'm telling you right now, I don't want whatever Christ is gonna dish out. I don't want to be a part of it. I want to be on the good end. I want to be on a good job, warrior. You know what I'm saying? I want that from Christ. That's all I want to hear. I'm gonna say, Con, I want to hear good job, mighty man. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only thing. That's music to my ears when it comes from Christ. You had something?
Well, I love what you're saying, and I love what you're saying, my brother.
Oh, Most High in Christ, man. I'm so glad that and that's what I try to do. I try to, this we here to learn, right? And it's all about the end game. And what I mean by that is we have to endure to the end. So it ain't gonna hurt. A little laughter ain't gonna hurt. You understand what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, we have to understand the lesson that's being taught. And we have to follow it. We have to be diligent. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy. Being in this truth is not easy. Enduring to the end is not easy. You are gonna be faced with demons. But the great thing about, like what you just said, the great thing about it is you have brotherhood. You have other people that's enduring with you, and you can get counsel, and you can talk to them. Well, what do you do when you go through this? How do you get through that? And get multiple, you know what I'm saying? Women, you got a husband, talk to your husband, because guess what? You just like he has the benefit of going to multiple brothers and talking to them and getting their different perspectives. Guess what? She could talk to her husband, and he's gonna give her everything that they've given him. You get the point. She go through him, he's gonna give her the perfect counsel, because guess what? Even if it's something he don't know, he can always say, "Hey, Salaki, sir, you had a moment? I had a question about something. Could you help me out with this?" And guess what? If that brother don't know it, that brother can do what? Hey, Salaki, sir, a young man asked me, he had a question about something. Did you have an answer? And it goes all the way up. Somebody gonna give you an answer. And then it's gonna come all the way back down. Now everybody gonna have the answer. You get the point. So if the question get asked again, the answer's there. Uh-huh. Who said that? So hold on, wait. Before I gotta cut you off because what you gotta understand is, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Most High in Christ. Well, you know that the Most High doesn't talk to us, right? You do understand that. But guess what? How long have you been around us? Like, how long have you been hanging around the camp? About 8 months, right? Okay, now hold on to that. So you were saying that the Most High was talking to you, telling you leave the weed alone, took your money away from you, and all of that, right? But the Most High don't talk to us. But guess who? How he did talk to you? How did he talk to you? Mm-mm. How long you say you been hanging around us? About 8 months. So how did he talk to you again? The spirit was on you, brother, to come in front of that camp and hang out every weekend. And guess what? Every weekend we're gonna tell you how it is evil to smoke weed and whatever the hell you smoking. And we're gonna tell you how bad it is to be a pimp or a trick or whatever is evil and wicked. So guess what? The Most High was talking through his prophets. And guess what? One day you just said, you know what? I'm getting all this. See, you was on the fence. And you're still a little bit on the fence. I'm giving you in class now, Most High in Christ. But guess what? This is a start. So now you're leaving from the lukewarm side. Now you're coming on over to the hot side. You get the point. So you was on fence, and you get those punishments. That's what happens. You get punished. When you don't do what the Lord tell you to do, you're gonna get punished. And guess what? Some for some strange reason, somehow you get punished in certain ways that force your hand. I'll give you an example of me. I was doing my thing, doing all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoke no crack. You know what I mean? But I've done my share of drugs. I've done my share of drugs, and I used to get high, right? And guess what? One of these times I was getting high, and I wasn't feeling so good. I don't know what the hell was going on with me. I knew it wasn't right though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing I was used to. I was smoking a little weed. I'm like, hold on, this ain't weed. There's something different about this. You know, and I'm talking about it sent me to the hospital. And after it sent me to the hospital, I came out with a whole bunch of other medical issues. And guess what? It made me say, and this is before I came in the truth, this is 9 years ago. It made me say, I don't want to touch that stuff. I don't even want to smell it no more. I don't want to look at it. I don't want nothing to do with anything that you got to put fire to and you puff on. I don't want nothing to do with that. And guess what? I've been off the drugs ever since. I quit everything. I don't even drink no more. You understand what I'm saying? I said, it was that serious. I got punished so bad. I was like, I don't even want to drink no more. It ain't even a sin to drink. Brothers be, you don't want to drink. No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm too wild. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when Christ return, I have me a drink. You know what I'm saying? When Christ return, I have me a drink. I have a drink with my brothers in Christ. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, I don't even want to touch it because I was traumatized so bad, and that was a punishment from the Most High because I kept saying, oh, I was a Christian. It's Christian to say, oh, the Lord was talking to me. That's Christian. The Lord ain't talking to you. The Lord talking to you through his prophets. We prophesying the Lord's word. You know what I'm saying? The Lord talking to you through these scriptures. You read these scriptures and you do what these scriptures say, then you're doing what the Lord say. You get the point, right? But the Lord don't talk through us. Like it's always that one that ranking order, right? That the Most High always dealt with. Let me ask you this: did the Most High talk to the people when Moses was given the ten? Did the Most High talk to the people back when Moses was the ruling over the people? He only talked to Moses. You get the point. So he ain't talk to you. You understand, right? He talked to the men that above us, and it comes down like that. You get the point, right? You talk to one is order, ranking order. So I just want you to understand it ain't nothing wrong with what you were saying, but Christians use that. Well, I have a personal relationship with God, and He talked to me. He ain't talked to you because you still in the damn church. Still, you get the point, right? Pastors, oh, I got a personal relationship with the Lord. No, you don't. You pimping the people. How the hell you got a personal relationship with the Most High? He gonna kill you while you playing. You need to go and give up them keys. You understand? That's what's gonna happen. So, with that being said, though, but I'm glad you shared that. But it was you making that choice. It was you saying, okay, I need to listen to these brothers. These brothers bringing out something truthful and heavy. I need to listen to these brothers every weekend, and eventually that's what's gonna happen. That's why even if you are a weed smoker, we advise you still come to class. You a weed smoker, we understand you battling that demon. Come on in class. Smoking cigarettes, come on in class. Because guess what? Eventually, the more and more I talk about it, the more and more I bring out the truth of these scriptures, eventually you're gonna be like, man, I don't even want this stuff no more. Like, man, this stuff ain't even what is, you know what I mean? Eventually you're gonna leave it alone. And you're gonna be done with it. So, and if you don't, the Lord gonna deal with you. It's just that simple, right? All right, so I'm gonna pull out this article and we're gonna be done. Right. So now let's pull out that article about the whole Christmas and birthday thing. Okay, well, actually, yeah, yeah. Pull that article and then I'm gonna pull a scripture and then I'll be done with it. You don't have to ask for that. Go ahead.
This is from the Houston Chronicle. Ex-boyfriend walks into woman's birthday party on Christmas Eve, fatally shoots her.
So there's a birthday party going on, and it just so happened to be around the spirit of Christmas. The old jingle bells. You understand? You was a damn slave talking about jingle, but the bells was on you, and you was jingling when you was running, and that's what they knew the hell you was. That's why they caught you and killed you and hung you. But that's the jingle bells. The whole song, jingle bell, jingle bell. Yeah, that was. They put bells on you, so when you ran, they'll know that a slave is running, and they're gonna kill you. Yeah, so y'all out here singing these damn Christmas carols. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even realize the carols are about you. The jokes are on you. You understand? But go ahead. So this is on a birthday where the ex-boyfriend coming to this birthday party on Christmas Eve and shoots this woman in the head. Or shoots whatever she what they say. Read the article.
Come. Harris County investigators are searching for a 52-year-old man charged with murder after he allegedly showed up at his ex-girlfriend's birthday party in Northwest Harris County on Christmas Eve and shot her to death.
Shot her to death at a birthday party. You see what happens when you celebrating these birthdays. Now I'm not saying what happened to the sister. I'm definitely not. That was a tragic situation, a horrible situation. Lord be with her family. You understand what I'm saying? Horrible situation, and shouldn't have happened. But that's the spirit. When you are celebrating your birthdays, that's what can happen to you. You are celebrating. Not only you celebrating your birthday, you celebrating your birthdays on Christmas Eve. You're celebrating your birthday and Christmas at the same time. That's a double no. You understand what I'm saying? You already one of them is bad. You celebrating both of them at the same time. Go ahead. And that go for you birthday, the people birthday on December 25th, that go for you. Or in that vicinity, that go for y'all. Go ahead.
The slaying occurred around 8:40 p.m. in the 16,500 block of Obsidian Drive in the Stonegate subdivision, where investigators say Albert Benjamin Simon arrived uninvited at a small house party with about 15 guests. After forcing his way inside, Simon allegedly started threatening his ex-girlfriend, Carol Lee Dawn Taylor.
See, that's the spirit, that Christmas spirit on him. He's on that Christmas spirit, full of that eggnog. You know, I'm gonna show up to this. I ain't gonna let her get away with this. She gonna pay. Go ahead. Gotta fix her, right? Go ahead.
Then grabbed her from the home at gunpoint.
And then walked in there and kidnapped her. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the spirit that you talk about, this Christmas spirit and birthday spirit. That's what this is a perfect representation of that. All in one. Birthday and Christmas. Keep going. It's a mo.
He then allegedly shot her multiple times on the porch, where she was pronounced dead. Afterwards, authorities say he fled in a dark-colored 2019 black Jeep Grand Cherokee.
No sweat, no sweat. Yeah, that's it on that. Man, I mean, but that right there show you. That's the spirit of Christmas. You had something? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Go ahead, Ron.
So like we forgot to mention that story that's going on now about the guy that shot somebody in the Christian church. Was it a couple of days ago?
Mm-hmm. And that was what on the spirit is still hanging around. And guess what? The dude, he was a white man, and he shot a Negro. If I'm not mistaken, the only Negro in the church. You understand? It was a church full of white people. And guess what? What's so even more coincidental about the situation is what is the location name? It was some name. The name was White Pleasant White or something like White. When I read the star, like, good night. You in an all white church. You the only Negro there. In the name, somebody, we got to pull it up because it's gonna irk me if I don't. We got to pull it up, man. Like it's something. Let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all give me 1 second. Church in Texas. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can bring up. I'm gonna see if I can bring up the name of the place. Oh man, I got it right here. So the name of the article. This is on CNN. It says man shoots and kills two inside a Texas church before parishioners fatally shoot him. All right, it says. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but I want to bring this out because it's really it's just crazy that a Negro would even be in a place like this, let alone a church. It says Salaki. It says a man shot and killed two people during a church service in White Settlement, Texas. White Settlement. What the hell is you doing in what? Like, let me. It's probably some. It's okay. It's probably some black people there. I don't know. I never heard of it. Really, this is the first time ever hearing it. But I wouldn't even unless I was born there. Even if I was born there, when I get old enough to move, I'm trying to get the hell out of there. White Settlement, Texas. I don't even like that. Don't even sound like a place that I need to be at. I'm just saying. Listen. I want to be what a black settlement is. I'm just saying, Salagia. Take me to the nearest ghetto. Get me the hell out of White Settlement. I don't want to be here. You understand? So not only was you in White Settlement, you was in a church. So you was in an all-white church in White Settlement, Texas. That is no place for a black, Hispanic, or Native American. And the Lord proved that point was proven this day and is during this time, what between Christmas and New Year's. So that's the true spirit of it's like now this is like a three in one stone, right? This is the spirit of Christmas. This is the spirit of New Year's, and this is the spirit of get your Negro behind out that damn church. This is the spirit of the white man. You get killed out the whole city, right? Get out the town. It's only a town of probably 50 people, and all of them white. Get the hell out. That's probably the only church in the town. It's one of them type of church. You know what I mean? What the hell is you doing there? Oh man, good night. You understand? Like, good night, man. Like, that's like Vidor. What the hell you doing in Vidor? You know what I'm saying? Your damn show shouldn't be out your car at night. Don't stop to get gas. I'm just saying. And it was another time. I think I brought this out like during it wasn't was it last I think my first Passover. And I know for time's sake, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know sometimes I get the going. But I passed through South Carolina. South Carolina, and it was a town in South Carolina. South was bad. Well, I consider the South to be like Texas, Louisiana, areas like that. South Carolina still would be considered South, but not, you know, it's more East. You know what I'm saying? I passed through a town in South Carolina, and we stopped at the gas station. I told this story before, probably one of my way old classes. I was like a year, 2 years, a year and a half ago, and we stopped at the gas station, and I'm telling, it looked like one of those uh family ran gas, the old country bumpkin family ran white gas stations. You know what I'm saying? Where it looked like the brother and the sister behind the counter, they sleeping with each other. And you know what I mean? The daddy probably somewhere in the back somewhere watching, Lord knows whatever the hell is, you know what I mean? And it's like a town of maybe 100 people, and all of them white. And I didn't know this because I'm not from South Carolina. I don't know. I'm just stopping to get gas. You know what I mean? And I stopped to get the gas, and I'm talking about that. This look on their face, like, what the hell is they coming here for? And it's like I'm looking at them, my wife and kids had to use the restroom. So I'm like, that's really why we stopped. I needed, I didn't even need gas actually. Just to remember, we didn't even need gas actually. They need to use the restroom. So they stopped, they go in the restroom. I'm watching them the whole time because I mean I'm feeling like something is off with these people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Shamar mode. I'm watching everything. I'm looking at hand movements, gestures, signals, watching anybody pulling up at the gas station. So somebody pulled up at the pump. He was a white man, of course. You know what I'm saying? They at the gate. They on the phone. They wasn't on the phone when we pull up. They get on the phone. I'm watching them. I'm like, man, what the hell going on? It's like they seem like they calling a bat signal or something. Then all of a sudden somebody pull up at the gas. So I'm watching all this unfold. I started knocking on the bathroom door. Man, y'all get the hell up out of here. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell going on, but it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Something's going on. And then I started seeing more cars pull up. So by this time, we already walking to our little truck or whatever. So I got the hell up out of there. Listen, I could have been wrong, but I'm telling you right now, couldn't nothing come out of being at that gas station with all white people at that time of night. It was probably like 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It just, and it was the only thing open in around the area. Cause once we left there, it seemed like it was all dark. It wasn't no streets like lights and stuff. It was all dark. It's just a whole bunch of country town road, and just a bunch of little like houses and a lot of acres. So it seemed like plantations. That's what it really seemed like. I'm like, man, we gotta get the hell up out of this little town. I don't know where we at, but we gotta go. Don't stop nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stopping nowhere. But that's just to go to that's just like Vidor. It's similar to that. That's what you're gonna get. You understand? Go ahead.
Me and my brother, we had the truck rolled up, TV, everything going on. It was about 100 motorcycle guys came by, and the first thing they said, man, look at them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that.
Right.
And we barely, we have to talk loud, we ain't telling each other. We
Mm-hmm.
heard them clear things. Look
Mm-hmm.
at them niggas. So my brother said, man, I got to turn around in the middle of the street. So he told me to stop the flashing. Looked like one of the white boys didn't even want to stop. And he said, looked like he's going to run over me in the truck. So I just walk on the other side to you. Run over this poor son of a gun. We'll find you in the morning. Like in the morning.
Right.
For real. And I guess confidential came to his head and said, well, I'm not going to hit this truck. I'm going to die. So he actually stopped. And man, they got these little things on the side look like hot little snow cone place. I go there to try to get me a hot chocolate. Man, this man looked all over me. As soon as this white boy came on his motorcycle, said, let me get some black Joe. He served him first, and I was standing there for 30 minutes.
Right.
Then after he served me, that white boy, he asked me, what you want? I said, man, give me 2 Cocos. So time he pulled him in the truck, I jumped in my brother's truck and let him kill him.
Right. Right.
And so off.
Well, that right there should let you know and understand the spirit of our oppressors. They hate us, man, and we need to separate from them. And I'm glad you told that story, and also me speaking on my experience. It should let us know that we have no place doing what they want, like serving their gods and following after their white Jesus and following after their culture, these pagan holidays, and all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Give me the first verse in Job chapter 30 right quick, and we're gonna end it out with that. Because I do want to bring out what Job said about his day. Cause I mean not chapter 30, chapter 3. We're gonna start at verse 1 because I brought out what the heathen said what they did for their birthdays. Well, this is a man of the Lord. This was a man to the Lord. This was a perfect man, right? And this was a man that the Lord felt to be upright. You understand? Read Job 1:1 first, then read 3:1, and we're gonna end it out with that.
Khan. This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job,
Uh-huh.
and that man was perfect and upright.
And this is what the scripture say about Job. This man was perfect and upright. You understand what I'm saying? Is something else on that one?
Khan. And one that feared God and eschewed evil.
And feared God. He feared the scriptures say, fear the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. He feared the Most High, and he was a perfect and upright man. Now read what he said about his birthday.
This is the book of Job, chapter 3, verse 1. After this, opened Job his mouth and cursed his day.
No, he put some money on him, and he went around parading around telling everybody it was his birthday.
Cursed his day.
No, he got together, gathered the boys together, ordered some strippers, come on over, let's have a feast day. What'd he do?
Cursed his day.
No, he got his children and sat them down at the table, bought them some, took them to CC's Pizza, you know what I'm saying, got a birthday cake, lit the candles, and told them, hey, blow out the candles and make a wish.
Cursed his day.
That's what Job did, a perfect and upright man. He cursed his day. His birthday, he cursed it. And if you read down, it tell you everything how he felt about that day too. He ain't celebrate his day. He cursed it. You get the point, right? So follow after a man of the Lord. Follow after a man that the Bible says is a perfect and upright man, a man that feared the Lord and eschewed evil. Follow after that type of man. Don't follow Pharaoh. Don't follow after your enemy. What happened to Pharaoh and the Egyptians? What did the Lord do to them? You get the point. So why would you follow after a heathen that the Lord dealt with? You understand what I'm saying? Don't follow after Herod and his wicked stripper and traditions, and don't follow after that. That's not a good example for us, Black, Hispanic, and Native American men and women. That's not a good example to follow. Follow after these scriptures. That's a good example to follow. You understand? Follow after what Job did. Curse your day, if anything. You understand? And you don't have to curse your day. We all know that Job was going through some stuff at this time, so that's why he cursed his day. But any other day, he probably would have not even thought about it. You understand? But he was like, to hell with birthdays. Y'all out here celebrating birthday. To hell with a birthday. And that's how we should be as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that fear the Lord and eschew evil. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, man, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, www.isupk.com. Click the donation link or download the I.S.U.P.K One West app on Android. Only on Android at the moment. Not on iPhone, Android. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure everybody understands that it's on Android, not iOS. Not yet anyway. So Most High in Christ. So if you got an Android, you understand, be happy and download the I.S.U.P.K app, and you can just go straight to the donation link there. They also got music, Captain Tower, Captain the Cod. You understand what I'm saying? The Android app is so wonderful. I mean, it's just so convenient. You can just watch class from there. It's just so amazing because it's on Android. You understand what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ for that. But in our reality, ain't no beef, man. I love all my brothers, whether you got an Android or iPhone. But if you got an Android, you can download the app. You understand? Make sure you pay your tithes. We got the Passover coming up. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you hit me up if you need some, headbands, war scarves, t-shirts, whatever you need, or you go to a garment department in your city. What else? Just make sure y'all pay that Passover fund, $100 per person that's 17 and up. And yeah, man, let's get to it, man. To hell with birthdays, to hell with these pagan traditions, to hell with New Year's and Janus, to hell with so-called Christmas and Nimrod, to hell with all of that crap, and follow the Lord. You understand? Follow what the Lord wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm pass the class over to Officer Ron for the security announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head tithes, which is a commandment out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, by Yasharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is Purim, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is Saturday, March 7th, and Sunday, March 8th, 2020, out of the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. These are the security announcements.
All right, Most High Christ. With that, Imagine, which means to stand. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yazamatah. Sar, which means face. We're gonna face the sisters. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Latah by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yazamatah. Dismissed.